The moment of impact when a crazed driver slams his car into a large group of protesters near Charlottesville's downtown mall. We have aerial pictures of the crash that left one woman dead, injured more than a dozen others, and had people fleeing for their lives. And just when the worst appeared to be over, a state police chopper responding to the chaos crashes in a residential neighborhood, killing both men aboard. We begin tonight with a stunning new image showing the absolute horror from the moment that car slammed into the crowd, killing one person and injuring 19 others. Right now, we know that victim is a 32-year-old woman.
The Commonwealth's attorney for Charlottesville says that this is now a homicide investigation and there will be charges. I want you to take a live look at what's happening here on Water Street. You can see state police here are lined up in front of where the crash happened, and I'm going to see if AJ can zoom in because you can see that the two other cars involved in that crash are still on the street as police are still investigating. This was a three-car crash. We have been able to confirm that the driver who initiated this crash has been arrested. Let's go to that video. It happened near Monticello and Carlton Streets. The neighbor who shot this video does not want to be identified, but our sister station, NBC 29, confirmed with a source on the scene that this was the car involved in the crash, and you can see a man being put in handcuffs, and it's believed that he is the driver that plowed his car into the crowd. We have not been able to independently confirm that from Charlottesville officials. I want to show you the crash video. Warning, it is very graphic. You can see the dark colored car driving down Water Street, and we want to show you the moments driving down Water Street and the moments after the crash. We're not showing you the actual impact video because of its sensitive nature, but you can see the chaos that happened when that crash happened, and we did speak to a man who saw the whole thing unfold. Here's what he had to say.
Second car that got hit, and that second car hit the parked van and caused more injuries in front of that. It could be dozens of people that were severely injured. We saw one person who wasn't breathing after the fact. After the gentleman hit them, he immediately sped backwards. There was no license plate on the car. Again, he was tinted out so we could not see in the car. He was missing his front bumper. And apparently from witnesses that were on the corner, there were some other white nationalist guys there urging him to come on this way, come on this way. So it was a coordinated terrorist attack is what happened.
Now, we have not been able to confirm the details of the last half of what that man saw, but what you are looking at, I want to show you video of the forensic unit investigating that what is believed to be the car involved in that crash at Monticello and Carlton Streets. Again, a source was able to say, confirm that that is the man that they believe was involved in that crash. It's continuing to be a fluid situation here. We don't know the name of the man who was involved in that crash, but once we find out, we'll be sure to let you know. On your side in Charlottesville, I'm Ashley Monfort, NBC 12 News.
All right, Ashley, stay safe out there. Thank you. Now, as we mentioned, there's a state of emergency in place right now. This was declared after a day of violence in the city of Charlottesville. The alt-right's Unite the Right rally scheduled for noon. It did not take place after an unlawful assembly was declared. And Jasmine Turner is live at Emancipation Park now. Jasmine, you were there when things really got ugly. There was pepper spray flying. You were hit with pepper spray. Our photojournalist was hit with pepper spray. We're thankful you're okay right now. What all happened out there today?
Drew, it's just been a chaotic day in the city of Charlottesville. Right now, we are outside of Emancipation Park where you can see barricades are still up. There's still a police presence out here. But today, we've seen fights breaking out. One of our photojournalists was hit with pepper spray. He had to be treated by medics, which was the same for dozens of people. And we saw thousands of people descending on this city today as members of the alt-right and counter-protesters were clashing for hours. Chaos in Emancipation Park.
I thought it was worth it no matter the cost to be out here to protect Charlottesville and to resist the alt-right.
This was just an hour before members of the alt-right were set to begin their Unite the Right rally in the city of Charlottesville. met with hundreds of counter-protesters in the street.
They filed a lawsuit against the city of Charlottesville to allow this to happen.
Screams and chants, people gasping for air as pepper spray, water bottles, and smoke bombs were thrown into the crowds.
You're going to have idiots on both sides. This is an example of that.
The frustration and anger is over the removal of the Lee statue, a debate that has only gotten more intense in the city.
I want to be able to use these monuments to educate my daughter about what is right and wrong with our country.
Minutes before the rally would have started, police moving people out of the area. Tensions at an all-time high. Leaders of the alt-right moved to McIntyre Park.
Police, the state police, disrupted a peaceful and lawful gathering. I have really never been so outraged.
The outrage leading to a message they wanted to make clear.
We are never backing down. We are going to be back here. They
say their purpose of being in Charlottesville is to protect the history of white Americans.
We are simply out here to support our own people and our own race. We have every right to do it.
And even with crowds dispersing, the conflicts and tensions remain in Charlottesville. From speaking with people today, members of the alt-right who were in the city of Charlottesville came from all over the country. And with everything that has happened in this city today, the mayor of Charlottesville, Mike Signer, is asking people to just go home. On your side in Charlottesville, Jasmine Turner, NBC 12 News.
All right, Jasmine, thanks very much and stay safe out there tonight. Now, President Trump is condemning this violence. At a previously scheduled event, the president did not denounce any particular group, saying there's hatred on many sides.
No citizen should ever fear for their safety and security in our society, and no child should ever be afraid to go outside and play or be with their parents and have a good time. We must love each other, respect each other, and cherish our history and our future together. So important. We have to respect each other. Ideally, we have to love each other.
President Trump says he spoke on the phone with Governor Terry McAuliffe. The president says he will provide federal support to the Charlottesville area, and he thanked state and local police as well as the National Guard. And the governor is planning a press conference. It was originally scheduled for 6 o'clock. We are standing by and plan to bring you that live as it happens. We'll take you there if we can as soon as the governor takes the podium. The organizer of today's alt-right rally is blaming the city of Charlottesville for all of this. Jason Kessler says the city didn't do its job to protect their freedom of speech.
The Charlottesville city government and police refused to do their jobs. They refused to protect our events and enforce the terms of the permit as ordered by the federal judge. They created an unsafe environment and denied us our rights.
Up until the last minute, Kessler fought a ruling, so today's rally could be at Emancipation Park after it was moved to McIntyre Park because of safety concerns. Well, that decision was overturned by a judge late last night. Today's state of emergency in Charlottesville impacted the University of Virginia, too. Several UVA sports teams changed their plans. Sports director Mark Davis picks up that part of our team coverage. Mark?
Well, Drew, the turmoil in Charlottesville is causing the University of Virginia to adjust its plans for the weekend, both on and off the athletic fields, as all university activities and athletic events canceled for today. This includes the scheduled Cavalier men's soccer exhibition match against Wright State and the football Meet the Team Day and movie night, a popular event there. This video of the UVA football team's practice last week. Now, we've reached out for comment from soccer coach George Gelnovich and football coach Bronco Mendenhall, but athletics personnel has no comment at this time. The university itself issuing a statement saying that the cancellations happening due to the ongoing public safety concerns and as a result of the local state of emergencies. This includes all academic activities, community meetings, and athletic events. Obviously, we'll be in contact with UVA officials as the evening progresses and see if any further cancellations will take place this weekend. Now, like any protest, a number of signs being carried by both the protesters and counter-protesters today, and one of them is rubbing a major sports team the wrong way. Take a look at this. This sign carried by some of the protesters with the Unite the Right groups that has an emblem that looks just like the Detroit Red Wings hockey logo. Now, the team itself catching wind of this and issuing a statement on Twitter saying that it disagrees with and condemns the events in Charlottesville today and that they celebrate diversity in their fan base and nation. The statement goes on to say the team is looking into every possible legal action as it pertains to the misuse of their logo. On your side, Mark Davis, NBC 12 News. Drew?
All right, Mark, thanks very much. This deadly violence in Charlottesville, really the talk of the entire world right now. It is a worldwide trending topic on Facebook and Twitter, in part because many of the people there today captured so much of this violence as it was happening. This is what members of the alt-right are calling a peaceful protest. Videos like this surfaced all over social media this morning and continued throughout the day. The First Lady addressed the violence before the president, saying no good comes from violence. White nationalist and alt-right leader Richard Spencer fired back quickly, saying the Nazis and white supremacists came in peace. Former Ku Klux Klan Imperial Wizard David Duke is in Charlottesville and says today's violence fulfills the promises of the president.
This represents a turning point for the people of this country. We are determined to take our country back. We're going to fulfill the promises of Donald Trump. That's what we believed in. That's why we voted for Donald Trump, because he said he's going to take our country back, and that's what we got to do.
As you heard earlier, President Trump condemned all of the violence today in Charlottesville. And you've probably come across these images on your social media feed. They're from a rally last night in Charlottesville as hundreds of protesters gathered with torches at UVA. Supporters of the Robert E. Lee statue held tiki torches and marched through the university to the Thomas Jefferson statue. And that's where they met counter-protesters and an all-out brawl broke out. We know at least one person was arrested at that rally and several other people were hurt. Also breaking right now, we have word of a helicopter crash in Albemarle County. Our affiliate in Charlottesville reports the chopper went down in the woods near Old Farm Road. We have unconfirmed reports that this is a state police helicopter. So far, no word on any injuries, but we will of course update you the moment we learn anything new about that. And we are committed to bringing you all of the updates the moment they come in. As you saw, we have multiple crews in position in Charlottesville, and we promise to continue providing comprehensive on-air coverage, as well as online and over on our free NBC 12 Breaking News app. And our coverage doesn't stop here. We're going to pause for just a moment. When we return, we'll have much more on those intense moments in Charlottesville. You're watching NBC 12 News at 6. We're back in just 3 minutes.